Padaravinda satakam 51 to 60. Avishrantam tishta akrita kavacha kaldara puti kutiranta proudam nakharuchi satali prakatayam prachandam khandatvam nayatu mama kamakhitarasa tamo betalendram tava charana kantirava pati.
Last line, tava charana kantirava patihi. Kantirava is lion. Kantirava patihi, head of lions, the chief of lions. Your charana is the chief of lions. What it should do? Mama tamo vetandendram prachandam tamo vetandendram khandatvam nayatu tarasa. That is the prayer. What the lion should do? Lion should tame an elephant. Vetanda is elephant. Vetanda indram. Just as Kantirava pati, here also he is describing Vetanda indram. That is the head of elephants. Which is the head of elephants? Tamaha, my ignorance, my darkness. My darkness, my ignorance is the elephant. So your foot, which is the lion, should come and which is he is describing the tamas as prachandam, very fierce, fierce darkness, fierce ignorance. That is the elephant, chief of elephants. Your foot, which is the chief of lion, should come and Tarasa khandatvam nayatu. Tarasa means quickly. Khandatvam means making it into shreds, making it into parts. Remove. Khandatvam nayatu. That means the tamas should go into shreds. That means it should be removed. Khandatvam nayatu. That is the prayer. Mama prachandam tamo vetandendram tarasa khandatvam nayatu. That is the prayer. Now, this lion is being described now in another way. Avishrantam tishtanne agrita kavacha kandaraputi kutirantaha praudham nakharuchi satalim prakatayanne. Where it is sitting, this lion should always be in a cave. Now, which is the cave here? Kandara is cave. Kandaraputi inside the cave. Kutira, house. Kutirantaha, the house. Inside the cave is the house. Avishrantam tishtanne, without getting exhausted, without getting tired, it is sitting there. It is sitting with great energy. Where it is sitting? What is that cave? Akrita kavachaha, the same like last time. The Vedas, which are impregnable, this cave is also impregnable, isn't it? Where the lion is sitting, can anybody go near? Nobody can go near. No? Everybody is afraid of even looking at that cave. So similarly, this cave, what is the cave here? Akrita kavachaha, the armor of Vedas. That is the cave. Inside that, it is Devi's foot is sitting avishrantam, without getting exhausted, with full energy. Now, a lion will always have a mane. Satali means mane, the hair, the mane of the lion. What is the mane here? Nakharuchi, the shine of the white nails. That is the mane. Prakatayanna, showing it. Praudham. Praudham means full grown, abundant. Abundant nakharuchi. Abundant shine of toenails. It is showing as if it is a mane. So that is the imagination of the poet. So mane, your foot, which is the chief of lions, remove, shred my fierce darkness, ignorance, which is the head of elephants. May do it quickly, and your foot, which is the lion, is seated inside the house, which is the cave of armored Vedas. Avishrantam, without getting exhausted, with full energy, it is sitting there, showing the intense shine coming from the toenails as if it is the mane of the lion.
पुरस्तात् कामाक्षी प्रचुररसमाखण्डलपुरी पुरन्ध्रीणां लास्यं तव ललितमालोक्य शनकैः नखश्रीविस्मेरा बहुवितनुते नूपुररवैः चमत्कृत्याशङ्के चरणयुगली चाटुरचनाः.
Now, another description for the lotus feet. Kamakshi purastat prachura rasam akhandalapuri purandrinam lasyam tava lalitam alokya shanakaihi. The women in Amaravati, Akhandalapuri, Akhandala is Devendra. One of the names of Devendra is Akhandala. Akhandalapuri, Amaravati. Purandri, women. The women, Deva women, women of Amaravati, what do? They are doing Lasyam, they are doing dance. Purastat, in front of you. Lasyam we have seen before. Dance of women is called Lasyam. Dance of men is called Tandava. So they are doing Lasyam. Prachura rasam. It is very beautiful, very enchanting. Rasam is essence, sweet, very sweet. The Lasyam is very sweet. Lalitam, it is very beautiful. It is very sweet and very beautiful. Alokya, on seeing that kind of beautiful Lasyam, what you are doing? Shanakaihi, slowly, gradually, Tava nakashribihi smera bahu vitanute. Tava nakashribihi, from the radiances of your toenails, they are looking like smera. Smera means gentle smile. That means when somebody is dancing in your honor, you want to show your appreciation, isn't it? Now, Devi's foot is showing appreciation by a gentle smile, which is coming from the radiances of the toenails, bahu, vitanute, nupura ravaihi, chatu rachanaha tamatkritya, nupura ravaihi, from the sounds of emanating from the nupura, from sounds emanating from the anklet. See, you smile and also you say sabash, isn't it? You smile when somebody is doing a dance in front of you, you give a smile and you also say some word of appreciation. Now, smile is through the toenails, radiance of the toenails, and the words are coming. Chatu rachanaha. Chatu is beautiful, very sweet, very pleasing, very pleasing words, very pleasing words. Chamatkritya. Chamatkritya means in a very interesting manner, in a very interesting manner, in a very attractive manner. You are sending out chatu rachanaha, very delightful words by nupura ravaihi, from the sounds of your nupura. Bahu, it's not miserly, it is abundant. Vitanute, you are doing. Your charana yugali is doing. Your both feet are doing this. Thus, shanke, I suspect, I doubt that both your feet are, after seeing alokya, tava nakashribihi, alokya, after seeing the dance, the lasya dance of the Deva women, which are prachura rasam, which are very sweet in front of you, that is being enacted. Lalitam lasyam, very beautiful lasya dance. After seeing that, you are showing your appreciation. This is what I doubt, by beautiful, gentle smile emanating from the toenails, and you are sending out sweet words, very attractive, sweet words through the sounds of anklets. This is what I doubt.
सरोजो निल्दन्ति नखकिरणकर्पूरशिशिरा निषिक्तामारारेगे मुकुटशशिरेखा हिमजलैः स्फुरन्ति कामाक्षी स्फुटरुचिमये पल्लवचये तवा धत्ते मैत्री पथिकसुदृशा पादयुगली.
This imagination is comparing the lotus feet to a woman whose husband has gone to a foreign country. Pathika Sudrisha. Pathika means one who has gone out, one who has taken to the path which has gone out. Sudrisha, woman. Separated woman, in short. Because this is a description which you find normally in kavyas, in epics. Description of a separated woman. It's coming frequently in epics. Now, suddenly, the Kavi remembers that. So, he is now saying that your Pada Yugali, your twin feet, are like a Pathika Sudrisha. Pathika Sudrisha, Maitrim Adhatte. Tava Pada Yugali, Pathika Sudrisha, Maitrim Adhatte. With the woman who is separated, whose husband has gone out, with her, Maitrim Adhatte, friendship, it maintains. Your foot maintains friendship with a separated woman. Now, what is common between a separated woman and the lotus foot? Now, he is describing one by one. Sarojam Nindanti. It criticizes, it ridicules lotus. Your foot ridicules lotus. Similarly, a separated woman is so full of misery, she does not like to even see. These are all descriptions you will find in kavyas. How a separated woman behaves. She does not like to see even the lotus. So, Sarojam Nindanti. Nakhe Kirana Karpura Shishira Nishikta Mararehe Mukuta Shashirekha Himajalehi. She is cool with the camphor of rays coming from the nails. She is feeling so hot because of separation. She wants to cool herself. She doesn't like to look at the lotus. Then she goes out to where the moon is. So, Nakha Kirana Karpura Shishira. She is cooling it, cooling with Karpura, camphor. She is applying camphor on her body to cool herself. Now, in this case, it is Nakha Kirana, the beautiful radiance coming from the toenails. Nishikta Mararehe Mukuta Shashirekha Himajalehi. Marari is Shiva, enemy of Manmatha. His Mukuta, Shashirekha, the crescent on his crown, Himajalehi. What does the crescent moon do? It sends out beautiful nectarine, cool radiance, isn't it? That is compared to Himajalehi. It is like waters, cool waters. So what does she do? The separated woman, she cools herself with the cool waters dropping from the crescent. Nishikta. Nishikta means getting wet with these waters, with the cool water, Hima, snowy waters coming from the moon, which is on the head of Shiva. So she is cooling herself with Jyotsna, with the moonlight. She is cooling herself with the Karpura, which is applied on her body. She decries, ridicules lotus. Then what more does she do? Puranti Phutaruchimaye Pallavachaye. Normally, separated women are described as rolling on tender plant to remove the heat of their body. So that is why he is saying Pallava Chaya, mass of Pallavas. mass of pallavas, abundant pallavas. Pallava means tender plant. Spuranti, spuranti, showing. Spuranti, showing. In the case of the woman, it is rolling. In the case of the Devi's foot, it is showing tender foot in her whole body. Putta ruchi maye. Putta very clear. Ruchi, shine. Very clear shine this tender plant is having. Which is the tender plant in the case of Devi's foot? The whole form, whole body. Whole body is like a pallava. It is showing that. In the case of woman, they are rolling, putting their whole body on the pallava. This is the Maitri with Pathika Sudrisha, with the separated woman. So your foot is maintaining friendship with a separated woman by ridiculing, by decrying lotus, by cooling yourself with the camphor of rays from toenails. You are wetting yourself with snowy waters from the crescent moon, which is decorating the crown of Shiva. Then your foot is showing the whole form of beautiful, shining, tender plant. So your foot is maintaining friendship with a separated woman.
नतानां सम्पत्तेः अनवरतम् आकर्षणजपः प्ररोगः संसार प्रसरगरिम स्तम्भनजपः त्वदीयः कामाक्षी स्मरहरमनो मोहनजपः पटीयान्नपायात् पदनलिन मञ्जीरनिनदः.
Now he is describing the sound coming from the anklets. That is the subject of this shloka. Padanalina manjira ninadaha. Padanalina, the lotus foot, manjira, the anklet, ninada, the sound coming from the anklet. Naha, naha payat, let it protect us. Naha, us, payat, let it protect us. How is that ninada? Patiyat. Patiyat means very clever. Very clever, very able. Why it is very clever, very able? He is describing that. Because it is doing so many things which are impossible to even imagine. That is what this anklet is doing. What is it? The sound of the anklet is doing. Natanam sampattehe anavaratam akarshana japaha. The sound coming from the anklet is like a japa, is like a chant. Now, the mantrikas about whom we saw last time, they chant for various purposes. They use different powders. This is common in Kerala. They use different powders for different mantra chants for different purposes. This we must understand clearly. They don't use the same powder, same chant for all purposes. No, for every purpose they have a specific powder and specific chant. Now your anklet sound is achieving so many things which are achieved by that mantrika by using so many powders, so many chants. By simply making sound, it is achieving the same purposes in a very efficient manner. That is why Patiyat he said very cleverly. What does it do? Akarshana. One of the purposes of mantrika japa is akarshana, that is attract. If a person wants to attract a woman, or if a person wants to attract a person in a top position, then he uses this japa. The mantrika uses this japa, akarshana japa, attraction, japa of attraction. Now, what does the anklet do here? Natanam sampattehe anavaratam. Anavaratam means without break, continuously. Sampattehe. It attracts wealth. For whom? For those who prostrate. For those who prostrate, it attracts wealth. Just as the mantrika chant attracts the pressure of a woman or the pressure of somebody in a top position, similarly, your japa attracts for those who prostrate attract wealth. Wealth means it can be any sampatti. It can be any type of wealth you can imagine. Like last time we referred to Ashtalakshmi, 8 types of wealth. So all those are covered in this one word, sampattehe. Then stambhana japaha. Another action of mantrika is stambhana. If a danger is coming towards a person, the person goes to mantrika, wants to avert that danger. He wants to stop that danger. So stambhana is stopping like a stambha, stopping like a pillar at a distance. It will not come anywhere near me. That is stambhana. Now what does it do here? Prarohat samsara prasara garima stambhana. It stops something. What does it stop? Samsara. Samsara itself it stops. What is the description of the samsara? Prasara garima. Garima means intense. Intense. Prasara means expansion. Intensely expanded samsara. Samsara is always expanding. Every time it comes in a new form, every minute, isn't it? That too with great intensity. It comes like a lion, it comes, catches us. Prarohati. Prarohati means growing. It is ever growing. Are we tired of samsara? Are we saying, no, today I don't want samsara? Do we say that? No. It is ever growing. So ever growing samsara, the intensity which is expanding. Expanded intensity. That it is stopping. Stambhana japaha. Tudiyaha. Tudiyaha is Padanalila Manjira Nenadaha. Tudiyaha Padanalila Manjira. Your Smarahara Mano Mohana Japaha. Another aspect of this chant is Mohana. It must delude. Somebody should get attracted by that person. So here, what does Devi's foot do? Smarahara is Shiva, enemy of Manmatha. Manaha, his mind, Mohana. It makes his mind deluded. He is not able to think of yoga, which is his normal activity. He forgets his normal activity of yoga. He gets deluded by Devi's form. So this is what the anklet is doing. Smarahara Mano Mohana Japaha. You will find a similar shloka in Shripada Saptati of Narayana Bhattatri, where here Mooka Kavi is stopping with 3 actions of the japa. There he is describing 6 actions. He is very beautiful. He is adding Uchatana. Uchatana means driving away our enemy. Vidveshana, hating somebody who deserves to be hated. Vidveshana, producing hate. Marana, killing, attacking. So he is adding these 3 activities to the same lotus foot. Same lotus foot is doing not only these 3, it is doing 3 more activities. That is the beauty of Narayana Bhattati's Shripada Saptati. Now, in fact, in our notes, our Kamakshi, our Gayatri Shashi, who is doing the notes, is so intuitive. She is taking down all these shlokas from various references from Upanishads, from Bhagavad Gita, also from Shripada Saptati, and putting it in our notes. So if you see the written notes, which is being published in the website, you will see the exact shloka with the meaning of Shripada Saptati. In the earlier reference also, she has done it very beautifully. Now, this your lotus foot, anklet, beautiful sound, very clever. It is an akarshana japa. It is a chant which attracts without break, continuously, wealth for those who prostrate. It is a japa which stops in the way the expanding, intense samsara, which is ever growing, and it is also a japa which deludes the mind of Shiva. So that is the clever sound emanating from the anklet of the lotus foot. May that sound protect us. That is the final prayer. Naha payat. Let it protect us.
वितल्विथानाथे मम शिरसि कामाक्षि कृपया पदाम्बोजन्यासं पशुपरिबृढप्राणदयिते पिबन्तो ह्यल्मुद्रां प्रकटमुपकम्पा परिशरो दृशा नानद्यन्ते नलिनभवनारायण मुखाः.
As usual, we are going to see the various facets of greatness of Padaravinda. Now the address is Pashupari Bridha Prana Dayite, second line. Pashupari Bridha is nothing but Pashupati, which is more common term. Paribridha means Pati. Paribridha means strong protector. The actual meaning is strong protector, which is Pati, Pashupati, that is Shiva. Prana Dayite, the consort of Shiva, who is her prana itself, who is his prana itself. Prana Dayite, not just Dayite. Pashupari Bhrida Dayite would have been enough, but he says Pashupari Bhrida Prana Dayite. Devi is the consort of Shiva, and she is the very prana, very life breath of Shiva. Now he is addressing like that, Kamakshi. Vitanvidha nathe mama shirasi kripaya padambhoja nyasam. Nathe, oh mistress, mama shirasi, on my head, kripaya, by your compassion, by your grace, padambhoja nyasam vitanvidha, pada ambhoja, lotus foot, nyasam, keeping, vitanvidha, please perform keeping of your lotus feet on my head through your compassion, through your grace on me. That is the request, that is the prayer. Vitanvidha nathe mama shirasi kamakshi kripaya padambhoja nyasam. Now, what kind of foot is that? The description of the foot is coming now. Pibanto yan mudram prakatam upakampa parisaram drisha nanandyante nalina bhava narayana mukhaha. Yan mudram, the mudra of the foot, the impression of the foot. Where is that impression? Prakatam, it is seen. It is seen. The impression of the foot is seen. Where it is seen? Upakampa parisaram, on the banks of Kampa river. On the banks of Kampa river. Parisaram is the area surrounding. Area surrounding the banks of Kampa river, it is clearly visible. What is visible? Mudra. The impression of Devi's foot is visible because she is moving about on the Kampa bank area. Now, that mudra, pibantaha, drisha pibantaha, they want to drink with their eyes. They want to drink with their eyes. Who wants to drink the mudra with their eyes? Nalina bhava narayana mukhaha. Nalina bhava is Brahma, Narayana is Vishnu, mukhaha means and others. Headed by Devas, headed by, or devotees headed by Brahma and Narayana. They want to drink with their eyes the impression on the sands of Kampa bank, which is left by Devi's movements. On drinking that, drisha pibantaha. Pibantaha means while drinking. What happens while drinking? Nanandinte, they become extremely delighted. Anandinte itself means delighted. Nanandinte is further. Extremely delighted. They become extremely delighted to drink the impression of Devi's foot. So the prayer is, oh Kamakshi, you are the very prana, you are the consort who is the very prana of Pashupati, who is Shiva. Please, out of compassion, rest your lotus foot on my head. The impression of the lotus foot on the Kampa bank area is being drunk by their eyes. Drisha pibantaha. They drink with their eyes. Who? Brahma, Vishnu and other devas, and they become extremely happy.
प्रणामोद्यद्बृन्दारक मुकुटमन्दारकलिका विलोलल्लोलुम्ब प्रकरमय धूम प्रचुरिमा प्रदीप्तपादाब्ज द्युतिवितति पाटल्य लहरी कृशानुकमाक्ष्या मम दगतु संसार विपिनौ
कामाक्षाः पादाब्ज द्युति वितति पाटल्य लहरी कृशानुः मम samsara vipinam dahatu. That is the prayer. Let us understand the prayer first, then we go to the description. Padabja dyuti vitati patalya lahari. Padabja, lotus foot. Dyuti, the shine, the brilliance. Vitati means expansive, coming out, manifesting. What is manifesting? Patalya lahari, the wave of redness. Patalya is redness. The wave of redness which is coming out from the shine of the lotus foot, that is like Krishanuhu, that is Agni. Krishanu means Agni. One of the names of Agni is Krishanuhu, because he makes everything Krisha. Krisha means emaciated. He burns away everything. So his name is Krishanuhu. So that Agni, which is the wave of redness, which is coming out of the shine of your lotus foot, Pradiptaha, it is not an ordinary Agni, it is shine, it is with flames. Pradiptaha, with full flames, that Agni, Mama Samsara Vipinam Dahatu, let it burn, Dahatu, let it burn the forest of my samsara. Vipina is forest, mama samsara, my samsara. My samsara is like a forest that requires a powerful Agni with big flames for burning. That is exactly what your lotus foot is providing. The red color is indicative of Agni. That is why he is saying Patalya Lahari. The wave of red color, which is coming out of the shine of your lotus foot, that is the great Agni with great flames that should burn my samsara forest. Whose Patalya Hari? Kamakshaha Padabhya Diti Vitati Patalya Hari. It is of Kamakshi that has been described. Now, what is the description of this Patalya Lahari? Pranama Udyat Brindara Mukuta Mandara Kalika Vilolat Lolambar Prakaramaya Dhuma Prachurima. What he is saying is, now he is described it as Agni. Now Agni will always have smoke, isn't it? There is smoke accompanied by Agni. Wherever there is Agni, there is smoke. Now he is describing the smoke. What is the smoke? Pranama Udyat Brindara. Brindara means group of devas. Udyat, Pranama Udyat. Udyat means rising, getting up. Getting up after prostration. Udyat Bhavana Sahasra Koti. We see, isn't it? That is Udyat, same, rising. So these devas, they are rising after prostrating at Devi's feet. Then Mukuta, their crowns. Mandara Kalika, their crowns are decorated with the buds of Mandara flower. Kalika is bud. Mandara flower. Their Mukuta has got a ornament at the top or the crest of Mandara Kalika, buds of Mandara flower. Now, what happens because of the Mandara flower? Vilola Lolamba. Lolamba means bee, honey bee. Vilola means playing, moving about. Playing, moving about. Because of the Mandara flower, the bees are there in plenty, they are moving about. Prakara. Prakara means in plenty. There are a lot of bees moving about. That is Prakaramaya Dhuma Prachurima. Dhuma means smoke. Prachurima means expansive, very high level. That is Prachurima. Very high level, very dense smoke you can see of this Agni in the form of a group of bees moving about around the buds of mandara flowers, which are on the crowns of Devas when they get up after prostrating. That is the description. So the prayer is, please let the Agni of the wave of red color coming out of the shine of your lotus foot, which is the heavy fire, that heavy fire should burn away my samsara forest. And there is a smoke attending on this Agni, and that is created by the group of bees which are flying about around the buds of mandara flowers on the crest of crowns of devas for prostrating and getting up.
Valakcha Shri Rukshadhipa Sishu Sadrukshaihi Tavanakaihi Jigrukshurdakshatvam Sarasiruha Bhikshutva Karane Kshananme Kamakshi Shapita Bhava Samshobha Garima Vacho Vai Chakshanyam Charanayugali Pakshmalayata.
This is another prayer to the lotus foot. Valaksha Shri Rukshadhipa Shishu Sadrukshaihi Tava Nakhaihi. One by one, he is describing the lotus foot. Now, first, he is starting with the description of toe nails, nakhas. Tava Nakhaihi, your nails, they are like what? He is giving an example for the nails. Rikshadhipa Shishu Sadrukshaihi. Rikshadhipa is moon. Riksha is stars. Rikshadhipa, head of stars, lord of stars. That is moon. Lord of nakshatras. Riksha and nakshatra both mean the same. Rikshadhipa Shishu, that is Bala Chandra, because they are all like crescent moon. The nails are looking like crescent moon. Sadrukshaihi means similar to. Sadrisha, Sadriksha both mean the same. Sadrishaihi, Sadrikshaihi both mean the same. So your nails, foot, toenails, are like several Balachandras. Valaksha Shrihi. Valaksha means white. Shri means shine. With white shine. These nails are giving out white shine like several Balachandras. And then what does the foot do further? The description is of the foot. Digrukshuhu dakshatvam sarasiruha bhikshutva karane. Sarasiruha, we know, is lotus. Now, this lotus foot is always having enmity with lotus, because lotus is a competitor and the lotus should be defeated at all costs by the lotus foot. That is the aim. So, what does it do? Sarasiruha, lotus, bhikshutva, the state of being a beggar. Karane, bringing the lotus to the state of a beggar. Bringing the lotus to the state of a beggar. Dakshatvam jigrukshuhu. To do that, whatever dakshatva is required, dakshatva means expertise, mastery. Whatever mastery is required, jigrukshuhu, for attaining that. Desirous of attaining. Jigrukshuhu, desirous of attaining. That is, the foot wishes to get expertise to make lotus into a beggar. That kind of foot. Kshanat me Kamakshi, Kamakshi is an address, Shapita Bhava Sankshobha Garima, Vacho Vaichakshanyam Charana Yugali Pakshmalayata. Charana Yugali, the 2 feet, Kshanat, in one kshana, in 1 second, Shapita Bhava Sankshobha Garima. Now he is praising the lotus foot. What is the capability of the lotus foot? Now, the lotus foot wants to attain the expertise for defeating the lotus, but that is nothing, because it is capable of much more. What is that much more? Kshapita bhava samshobha garima. Bhava means samsara. Kshapita means reduced, destroyed. Sankshobha, agitation, misery. Misery of samsara should be destroyed. Garima means the gaurava, the greatness, the glory. The glory of destroying the misery of samsara is kshanatu, that too in a second. Now it doesn't take much time. That kind of greatness is your charana yugali. That kind of greatness is your charana yugali. So why will it not defeat? Why will it not bring the lotus to the status of a beggar? Now what is the prayer? Vacho vaichakshanyam pakshmalayatate. That kind of, we have praised the lotus foot. We have praised the lotus foot's capability of removing the samsara's misery. We have praised, saying that it will defeat the lotus. We have praised the foot nails, saying that they are beautiful like Balachandras. Now, what is the prayer? Vacho vaichakshanyam charana yugali pakshmalayatat. Vaichakshanyam, not vaichakshanyam. Ta, tha, da, dha, na. Na is the correct vaichakshanyam. Vichakshana. Vichakshana means expert. Vichakshana means expert. Vaichakshanyam, expertise. Vacho vaichakshanyam, expertise in the words. Expertise of words. That means my words, I want expertise of my words. Pashmalayatat. Pashmalayatat means it should grow. It should become glorified. It should grow, it should become glorified. Actually, Pakshma comes from the description of eyelashes. Pakshma means eyelashes. Eyelashes add to the beauty of the eyes. You imagine the eyes without eyelashes? No beauty. So similarly, these eyelashes are adding to the beauty of the eyes. Similarly, my vacho vaichakshanyam, the expertise of my words, should, like the eyelashes, should be glorified by your kripa. That is the prayer. So the foot, the Devi's lotus foot, have got nails which are like several balachandras with white shine. They are keen, they are intent on attaining the expertise of reducing lotus to the status of a bhikshu, status of a beggar, and they have the capacity of destroying the misery of samsara. The glory of that lotus foot is it has the capacity of destroying the misery of samsara in a second. So the prayer is that kind of twin lotus feet should glorify, should amplify, should augment my capacity of words, my capacity of poetry. That is the prayer.
समन्तात् कामाक्षी शततिमिरसन्तान सुभगान् अनन्ताभिर्भाभिः दिनमनुदिगन्तान् विरचयन् अहं तायाहन्ता मम जडिमदन्ताव लगरी विभिन्तां सन्तापं तव चरणचिन्तामणि रसौ
Tava charana chintamanihi asau. Asau means this, because the lotus foot is in front of me, so it is asau means this. Your charana, your foot, tava charana, it is not an ordinary foot, it is a chintamani. Chintamani means wish granting stone that is available in Devaloka, like Kalpavriksha, etc. Chintamani is, as soon as you go to the Chintamani and ask for something, you get it immediately. Even if you don't ask, even if you just think of it, you will get it. That is Chintamani. So your foot is like a Chintamani. Now, what kind of Chintamani? That is the description. Samantati Kamakshi Shatatimira Santana Subhagane Anantabhir Bhabhihi Dinamanu Digantan Virachayanne. Samantati means in all sides. In all sides. Shata Timira. Timira means darkness. Shata means destroying. Destroying the darkness. Not just darkness. Timira Santana. Santana means children. Here it means expanding. The family is expanding through children. So that is Santana. Santana means expansion. So what is the expansion here? The darkness keeps on expanding. We think that we have destroyed one darkness. We think we have destroyed one of our defects. Then another defect props up. That is the Santana. Because the Timira is never ending. Because that is why we are in Samsara. If we don't have Timira, if we don't have darkness, we will not be in Samsara. We would have joined the Parabrahman. That is the idea. Kshata Timira Santana. So the expansive darkness is being destroyed, not in just one direction. Samantat, in all directions, it is destroyed, it is destroyed. Not only that, after destroying the darkness, you have to bring light. Anantabhihi bhabhihi. Bha means light. That is why Surya is known as Bhaskara. Today is Ratha Saptami, Bhaskara's day. Bhabhihi, through bright rays. Bhabhihi, Bha means bright ray. Through bright rays, Anantabhihi, endless bright rays. Coming from where? From the lotus foot. From the lotus foot, you get endless bright rays which destroy the darkness in all directions, darkness along with its children, along with its expansion. And then Subhagane, Dinam Anu Digantan Virachayan. Dinam Anu Dinam. That means every day. This is not happening just once in a way. Every time. This is happening every day, every time. What is happening? Digantan Subhagan Virachayan. Digantan means the end of directions. That means in all directions. Till your eyes can reach. That is Diganta. Till your eyes can see. That means you turn, whichever way you turn, darkness is gone, light is there. Virachayan means creating. Creating in all directions. Subhaga. Subhaga means beauty. Having destroyed the darkness, the Devi's lotus foot is creating beauty. Subhaga can be interpreted as beauty as well as auspiciousness. Because darkness is ignorance. Ignorance is replaced by jnana, which is auspicious. So Subhagan, Digantan, Virachayan. Now that is clarified further. Whatever was implied is clarified further. Ahantaya Hanta. Hanta means destroyer. Destroyer of Ahanta. Ahanta means ego. That I am attached to my body, I am great, I am a scholar, I am very rich, etc., etc. This kind of ego which we all have is Ahanta. Now that has to be destroyed because that is the major obstacle for our spiritual progress. So first it has to go. First Ahanta has to go. So Ahantaya Hanta, destroyer of ego, Mama, Jadima, Dantavala, Harihi. Dantavala means elephant. Hari means lion. Jadima means ignorance. Jadya. Jadima is Jadya, ignorance, inertia. So, Mama Jadima Dantavala Harihi. Your lotus foot is like a lion for the elephant of my inertia, of my ignorance. Mama Jadima Dantavala, elephant. Harihi. Harihi means lion. Because it is only a lion which can tame the elephant. So your foot is the lion which can tame, which can remove, which can destroy the elephant of my ignorance. Vibhintam santapam tava charana chintamanihi asau. This lotus foot which is chintamani, because it is Kintamani, I am now making the prayer. Now I have described the qualities, what it can do, I have described. Now the prayer. Santapam Vibhintam, that is the prayer. Santapa is misery. Santapa is misery. Vibhintam means break it, destroy it. Mama is there. Ahantaya Hanta. Mama Jadima Dantavale Hari. Same. Mama Santapam Vibhintam. My Santapa, my misery should be destroyed. That is the prayer. Because your foot is a Chintamani, my prayer will be granted in no time. So what is the capability of the foot? Lotus foot? It is destroying darkness with all its expansion in all directions, and through its extremely bright rays, which are endless, every time, every day, in all directions, it is creating Subhaga, it is creating auspiciousness, it is creating beauty, having destroyed the darkness, and it destroys my ego. It is like a lion for the elephant of my ignorance, of my inertia. The prayer is, because your foot is a Chintamani, it should grant the destruction, the removal of my santapa, my misery. You all know that we have Trividha Tapa, Adi Bhautika, Adhyatmika, and Adi Devika. So the three types of tapa is mentioned as santapa here. Because unless all the three types of tapa go, Adi Bhautika, which is created by other beings, Adhyatmika, which is created by our own mind, our own doshas, and the Daivika, which is natural disaster like earthquake, etc., etc. Now, all kinds of santapa should go away. That is the prayer.
दधानो भास्वत्ताम् अमृतनिलयो लोहितवपुः विनम्राणां सौम्यः गुरुरपि कवित्वं च कलयन् गतौ मन्दो गङ्गाधरमगिषि कामाक्षि भजतां तमः केतुर्मादः तव चरणपद्मो विजयते.
This is a very famous shloka, very often quoted by our acharyas, because this is a prayer which says that your lotus foot is consisting of all the navagrahas. That is, if I pray to your lotus foot, all the navagrahas blessings will automatically come to me. I don't have to go and do a separate worship of navagrahas. That is the implication. And today is Ratha Saptami. That is why it is starting with Dadhanaha Bhaswattam. He is describing one by one all the navagrahas. Bhaswan is Surya. Bhaswattam Dadhanaha. Dadhanaha means holding. Bhaswattam means brilliant rays, brilliant shine. Who is holding brilliant shine? Surya. Dadhanaha Bhaswatam. Like Surya, your foot is holding brilliant shine, and like Chandra, who is Amrita Nilayaha. Amrita Nilaya means the holder of, the receptacle of Amrita. Because Chandra holds Amrita, we all know. Chandra gives Amrita to Devas during Shukla Paksha. He gives Amrita to Pitrus during Krishna Paksha. This is our belief, our Shastra. So he is the supplier of Amrita. He is the whole, Nilaya means receptacle, storehouse. He is the storehouse of Amrita. Who? Chandra. So similarly, the lotus foot is also Amrita Nilayaha, because it will give me Amritatva, it will give me immortality. If I pray at your lotus foot, I will get immortality, Amritatva. So your foot is Amrita Nilaya, like Chandra. So Surya, then Chandra, then Angaraka. Lohita Vapuhu. Lohita Vapuhu means, Vapu means body, Lohita means red colored form. We have seen the Devi's lotus foot is red colored. Similarly, Angaraka is red colored. That is why Angaraka's all his vastra, all his flowers, everything is red colored. Because Angaraka, the very word Angaraka means Agni. He is as hot as Agni, he is as red as Agni. That is why he is called Angaraka. So Lohita Vapuhu, like Angaraka, your foot is red colored. Then next is Buddha. Vinamranam Saumyaha. Saumya is Buddha. Saumya means actually what? It means very agreeable. Saumya means beautiful, agreeable. Very beautiful, very agreeable, very pleasing to whom? Vinamrana, for those who worship. Your lotus foot is very beautiful, very pleasing to those who worship. Similarly, Buddha, he is the son of Chandra. He is the son of Soma. That is why he is called Saumya. Buddha is known as Saumya because he is the son of Chandra, who is Soma. So Saumyaha Vinamranam. So Buddha is also equally good in granting our wishes. He is equally agreeable, he is equally pleasing. So he is Buddha. Similarly, Guru Rapi. Also, your lotus foot is Guru. That goes without saying because that is the one which leads us on the right path. What is Guru? Guru means darkness. Ru means destroyer. Destroyer of darkness is Guru. Destroyer of ignorance, destroyer of darkness. So that is what your lotus foot is doing. That is what Brihaspati is also doing. Brihaspati gives jnana to the devas. He destroys the ignorance of devas. So he is known as Deva Guru. So you are our Guru. Guru Rapi, also Guru. Kavitvam cha kalayanne. Your next is Shukra. Shukra, one of the names of Shukra is Kavi. One of the names of Shukra is Kavi. Now Kavitvam, here it means capable of writing poetry, capable of writing poetry, capable of being a poet. Kavitvam cha kalayanne. Also granting Kavitva, also granting mastery of poetry, and also granting the blessings of Shukra, because Kavitva is Shukra. Gatau Mandaha. Manda means slow. Manda is slow. Gatau in gait, while walking. While walking, your foot is very slow, gentle, beautiful gait you have. That is why you are Gatau Mandaha. Manda is also Shaneshchara. That is why he is known as Shaneshchara. Shaneshchara means one who moves very slowly. That's why he takes 30 years to move from one Rashi to another Rashi. Whereas Surya takes only 1 month. Chandra takes 1 day. Whereas Shani takes 30 years to move from one Rashi. So you can imagine his speed. So that is why Gatau Mandaha. Gangadhara Mahishi, Kamakshi is the address. Gangadhara Mahishi, consort of Gangadhara, consort of Shiva, who is holding Ganga on his head, Kamakshi. Bhajatam Tamakketuhu. Bhajatam, of those who worship. Tamakketuhu. Tamaha means darkness. Ketuhu means enemy. Enemy of darkness for those who worship. Destroyer of darkness for those who worship. That is the direct meaning. Indirect meaning is Tamaha. Tamaha is Rahu. Ketu is Ketu Graha. Tamaha is Rahu Graha. Because we have completed all the 7 Grahas. Now only Rahu and Ketu are left. Shaneshchara was the 7th. Gatau Mandaha. Now Tamakketuhu. Tamaha is Rahu. Ketu is Ketu Graha. In fact, Ketu Graha is known to give jnana. Jnana Karaka is Ketu. That is why it is very appropriate that Devi's foot is described as Tamakketuhu. That means it destroys the ignorance, darkness, and it gives you jnana, like Ketu would give, like Tamaha, like Rahu, it will destroy. Rahu will be destroyed and Ketu will give you jnana. So Tamakketuhu, Mataha, O mother, Tava Charana Padmaha Vijayate, your lotus foot is ever victorious. Because, why it will not be victorious? Because it has all the 9 grahas already within the lotus foot. So, there is no need to go anywhere else. Actually, it will be victorious. Wherever I pray to lotus foot, I have prayed all the Navagrahas, all the blessings of Navagrahas I have obtained, so it is victorious.
Nayantim dasatvam nalina bhava mukyan asulabha pradhana dinanam amarataru daurbhagya janani jagadjalmakshema Chaya vidhishu kamakshi padayo dhurina mite kaha tava bhanitu maho purushika.
What are the various activities which the lotus foot is doing? First is Nayantim Dasatvam Nalina Bhava Mukhyan. Nalina Bhava is Brahma. Brahma born of lotus. Nalina is lotus. Nalina Bhava born of lotus. That is Brahma. Nalina Bhava Mukhyan. Devas like Brahma. Nayantim leading them where? To Dasatvam. Dasatvam means slavery, being a servant. That means Brahma and other devas are naturally led to the state of servant, to the state of slave. They are happy to be slaves of lotus foot. Naturally, who will not be happy to become a slave of lotus foot? That is why he is putting that as the first quality. Automatically, without any effort, Brahma and other devas become your dasas. That is very lucky of them. They are very lucky. They become your dasas. For us, we have to make a lot of effort to become your dasas. That is the idea. Nayantim dasatvam nalina bhava mukhya. You lead them to the state of, that is your grace. You lead them to the state of being a dasa. Nalina bhava mukhyan. Then next is Asulabha Pradhanat Deenanam Amarataru Daurbhagya Jananim. Deenanam, for those who are poor, for those who are destitute, for those who require our compassion, for them, Asulabha Pradhanat. Asulabha means not easy to get, not easy to attain. Not objects which are not easy to attain, you are giving them without any effort. That is your greatness. Deenanam asulabha pradhanat. By giving to the poor people things which they cannot even dream of, which they cannot attain, which they can never attain. By doing that, what are you doing? Amarataru daurbhagya janani. Janani means progenitor, mother. Daurbhagya, you are the progenitor of ill luck. You are a progenitor of bad luck to Amarataru, to Kalpavriksha, because Kalpavriksha was the uncontested wish-granting tree in Devaloka till people found Devi's lotus foot. Then they never cared for Amarataru. That is the idea. So, see how beautifully the poet's imagination goes. See, Amarataru was brought to the state of Daurbhagya, was brought to the state of ill luck by your lotus foot always granting to poor people things which they could never have imagined. Asulabha pradhanat. The asulabha is very important. Not pradhanat. Pradhanat you can give. You can give anything. What you are giving, asulabha, something which you can never imagine, which you can never get, to deenanam, to poor people. Jagadjanma kshema kshaya vidishu padayoho dhurinam. Padayoho, your lotus feet. Jagadjanma kshema kshaya vidishu. Now, the whole gamut of samsara has been covered in this one phrase. Jagat, of this world, janma, birth, kshema, preservation, kshaya, destruction. That is creating sustenance and destruction of the world. Vidishu, in this process of the three actions, your lotus foot is dhurina. Dhurina means very capable. Dhurina means expert. Your foot is expert in the process of creating, sustaining, and destroying the world, which are the basic three actions connected with the world. Now, Dhurinam Ishte Kastava, not Karastava, it is wrongly printed here. Ishte Kastava, there is no rather. Ishte Kastava Bhanitum Aho Purushikam. Tava Aho Purushikam. Tava, yours. Aho Purushikam is a very beautiful poetic phrase not commonly used. Aho Purushika means manliness, your glory, your power, your manliness, your glory. Bhanitum. Bhanitum means to express. To express. Kaha ishte. Ishte kaha. Kaha means who. Ishte means who will be able to, who is capable of. Who is capable of expressing the manliness, the power of the expertise which you are holding in your feet of creating, sustaining, and destroying the worlds. Dhurina. Dhurina means the expertise. Without any effort, you are able to do that. That who will be able to praise? Who has got the words to praise this? Your glory, your manliness, your Aho Purushika. So your foot is able to lead Brahma and other devas to the state of slavery. Your foot is able to bring ill luck to Kalpataru because your foot is granting things beyond imagination to poor people. Your foot is capable of sustaining, creating, sustaining, and destroying the world in no time, without any difficulty. So, who is there to be able to express in words your glory? Aho Purushika, your manliness, your glory.